out of what?
There's pictures. It's all over. A lot of folk.
All right, thanks, Danny, but Frank's here.
No problem.
Frank! Hello!
Yeah.
How are you?
All right.
I'm going to bring him in.
Oh, cool.
Can we interview you through the glass?
That'd just be silly.
The Mist in theaters this Wednesday. Congratulations on that, sir.
Thank you.
Oh, I thought we could
There
do
he
it through
goes.
the glass.
Where you want me?
Oh, right there is perfect.
Thanks. Are we live? Are we being silly live?
Yeah,
Really? Oh.
we're live.
And you can curse
Hey,
and
Dom.
stuff.
Hey, guys.
This is cursing radio. Opie,
Yeah, you could.
Anthony, Jim Norton. Hi.
Hey, fellas. Do you always wake up this early, like every day?
Been on
This
since
is
6.
God. We're halfway through our day.
This is late.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I wake up at 4:30.
Oh, that's like shooting a movie. That's like a movie shoot schedule.
Would you like to put me in a movie? We can make a deal right
He's a
now.
good actor.
I'll swap you. You go do my job. I'll come here.
Yeah.
I've actually done a little acting myself. Of
course.
You may have seen it. Like, for a dramatic moment, like if I have to look, I do this. You should
It's
see,
good.
you guys can't
Very
see it on the
good.
radio.
Very good.
But he just saw A Star Is Born. I put my hands on the desk and I looked to the right, and he's like, wow, this guy's really looking.
Mr. Faversham, why do you think most of them aren't really movies that are that good?
Well, the really good ones, whether they're Stand By Me, whether they're The Dead Zone, Dolores Claiborne, the really
Misery
good.
was good.
Misery was awesome. Rob Reiner's 2 for 2
Yeah.
because Stand By Me, he did that and Misery. I think the ones that are really good are the ones that focus on the characters, that really focus on the extraordinary layer of character work that Stephen King works into everything that he writes.
Yeah.
The ones that weren't very successful think that his stories are just all about the surface trappings of horror and the scary and the genre, and that's what they think it's about. So that's what they focus their efforts on. And what they leave out is the most important ingredient of King's. He's a fantastic master storyteller, and he leads, his strong right hook are his characters. That's what he leads with.
Do you think, too, the one thing with Stephen King, it seems like when he gets too involved in a production, it's not as good. And, I love Stephen King. But I think that as an artist who writes, he is so married to what his vision is that he doesn't understand. Like, he didn't like The Shining that Kubrick did. And I've seen part of the one that he was involved in. And it was like, even though Kubrick changed maybe what he wanted and concentrated too much on Jack Torrance and not the house, I mean, it was a masterfully done horror film. I mean, it was a horrifying movie. There's no way they could have made that more frightening than Kubrick did with Nicholson and Scatman Crothers. And he hated The Shining.
I kind of did, too.
Did you really?
Yeah, I really did. I've learned through the years to accept it on its own terms. I've actually really learned to like it a lot on its own terms. And when I say on its own terms, I mean as a Stanley Kubrick movie. I think it's pretty terrific. And the test of that is how many times I've sat and watched it. And, and the answer is a lot. But I have to say, when I first saw the movie, I remember very distinctly seeing it when it first came out and walking out so disappointed.
Really?
Because Kubrick, genius though he was, revere him though I do, and I did. I grew up watching this guy's films and really being inspired. Totally missed the emotional component of the novel, which was one of the best novels in the genre in the 20th century. And it was a tragedy about a family falling apart. Again, it's that character element, it's that character level. And it was a tremendously emotional journey that King put down on the page, and Kubrick missed it completely and wound up making a Stanley Kubrick movie. So I say The Shining is a great success as a Stanley Kubrick horror film. It's a complete and utter failure as an adaptation of a great Stephen King novel. I've simply had to develop the split personality. To accept it on its own terms and to have both in my life.
How the hell does a direct, like, how actors get started and stuff, but directing seems like it'd be very hard to direct your first film because now you're stepping up and really telling people what they need to do.
Yeah.
It must take a lot of confidence, obviously.
Yeah.
But how do you get up there and have that kind of confidence on your first gig to be telling people what they should be doing?
Confidence develops over a period of time. It's important to be. Yeah, it's important to fake it well. The best directors, I think, probably do every day. You know, or they learn to trust it.
What was your first?
My very first professional directing gig, the first theatrical feature was with Shawshank, but I had done a little cable movie prior to that.
Wait, you started?
That was your first movie?
That was my first theatrical.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
That's either that's either amazing because it's an amazing movie, or it's bad because good luck following that one. That's a tough one. That's like a tough one to start with. Well, I have a question for Frank, because I think you can help clear something up. Our own friend, a comedian, Patrice O'Neill, big black comedian, great comic, has been telling people for years that he almost got the part of John Coffey in The Green Mile. Now, the guy you got was he a bodyguard? He's a massive dude.
Yeah, Michael Clark Duncan, who's not actually as
not that tall.
as you think.
No?
Yeah.
I saw him once. I couldn't believe it was the same guy. Because in the movie, he looks like he's 6'9", 6'10".
I made him 7'3" in the movie.
7'3". Okay.
Yeah.
He's maybe 6'1".
Oh, really?
He's a little taller than that. He's maybe 6'4", but he's the only.
Is he really?
He's the only guy who's 6'4" that ever walks into the room and people go, "I didn't know you were so small."
Right, okay, that's what it is.
Because we really made him look gigantic in the film. Yeah.
Did you do it with like special shooting, or was it just something like obvious, like big block shoes, just giant with big
Herman Munster shoes.
I actually had big Munster shoes crafted for him, and of course it was one of those just idiotic things because you try everything when you're making a movie. It's just one of those idiotic things when they brought it onto the set, and it looked like this weird Elton John, Pinball Wizard and Tommy kind of disco shoe thing, and he couldn't even balance on the darn things, So okay, well, we dismissed that. So it was a lot of little boxes and walkways and some lens tricks, some perspective, lens tricks. You can do a lot with a wide angle lens and some shifted perspective.
You've never heard of Patrice O'Neill?
Oh man, I may.
I'm making sure.
Good.
No.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
Oh, wait a minute. That guy's face is familiar to me.
No. No, I don't want him to be familiar.
I honestly don't remember anything except I remember the process of casting Michael. I remember the process of casting Doug Hutchison. So much water goes under the mental bridge, and years later people will say, "Oh yeah, don't you remember we were doing this, that, and the other?" And it's like you're describing something in my life I don't recall at all.
Yeah,
and I think it's the amount of mental work that goes into writing and directing for 20 years. I swear I got nothing left. If I'm on the set. If I'm on a deadline, I got nothing left for you. So there's very little, very few brain cells unaccounted for, that aren't being impressed into service in some fashion. So,
yeah,
you may well have. I saw the guy's face looks familiar. There were a number of people I remember who were very credible and viable choices for that role. All I remember really is that Michael was. The home run.
Of course, and Patrice was not even close. And that's the point. Timothy Hutton had a better shot at getting that role than stupid Patrice. Hey,
Frank,
he's just terrific. Sorry,
your people have their coats on, and they're they're
Oh,
looking
no.
at the glass.
We have our
and they're
coats on?
panicking.
No.
Look at that.
What are you
Look
doing?
at that. She's giving a chop,
Wait,
wrap
in.
it up.
Is she mad at us?
come in. Are you mad? Come here.
No, she's not mad. It's that I think you have a schedule to
Oh, no.
adhere
really?
to.
What's the matter?
they have a
Oh,
schedule.
I'm sorry.
Are you angry at us?
No, I'm not angry.
What happened?
He has to be on camera for a live TV satellite in about 4 minutes. So
Oh.
there we go.
Oh, really? Oh, hell, where?
37th Street.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh, good luck.
You're not going to be.
Fellas, I'm so sorry. I thought I was going to hang out here for like
Talk a little more.
Who knew?
Just
I'm gonna get a picture
loosening
of
up.
Frank before he goes real quick.
Well, Frank, The Mist. It's in theaters this Wednesday.
Yep.
It sounds like it's going to be a great film. I read a few reviews on it over the weekend, and people are digging the film so far. Who've seen it.
I'm really glad about that. Yeah, people do seem to be digging it. So
Look at Jimmy.
Jimmy getting his picture.
Loves his celebrity pictures.
All right, Frank.
Look at the film.
thank you very much.
Frank, absolutely. Thank you for stopping in, and good luck,
Go
man.
see the movie, fellas.
Absolutely.
absolutely
Good
will.
luck that opening weekend, baby.
Good luck getting
Yeah.
the long walk done, too.
That
That's a
looks
great
great.
Stephen King story.
Take care.
All right,
Sorry you had to run out so fast. Wow.
okay.
Thank God for people, huh?
Thanks. That's all right.
It's okay.